Hey everybody, what's up? How's it going? This is Finite MTG, and we are back actually with my first draft of Vintage Cube this season. So, the season's almost over, but I've been doing a lot of other stuff recently, so haven't had a whole lot of time to dedicate to this format. I'm going to try to force Storm here. We're going to see how that goes. Storm, for the record, in my opinion, is probably one of the most fun, but also least consistent archetypes. I know that's not everyone's experience. Some people are able to repeatedly do very well with it, but I find it pretty challenging. So we have Basalt Monolith or Chart a Course here. Really not too much else going on for Storm. I think I just want the Monolith. Adding 3 mana I think is pretty valuable, even at a cost of 3 mana. Um, Chart a Course is good for sure, but otherwise not too much else for Storm in that pack. Okay, now we're seeing a Chrome Mox card that can increase the storm count by 1, ramp you by 1. It is ultimately card disadvantage, but doesn't mean it's terrible. Um, Something like a Wishclaw Talisman that I could consider playing. Baleful Strix, just a fine card in colors that we'll probably end up in. There's a Wooded Foothills, which I'm not in love with. Muldrifter, which is just a good card. Putrid Imp for a different kind of blue-black strategy. I think I'm going to just start here with the Chrome Mox. Gets a little bit better with draw 7s and the like, and yeah, it's just a more powerful card, I think, than a lot of the other stuff in the pack for Storm. Alright, yeah, not seeing a ton for us here. Trying to figure out whether I'll need to jump ship. Speaking of, search for Azcanta from the set with Pirates. Probably looking to be my pick here. Couple fetches, but not ideal colors, and a Shockland also not the perfect colors. Um, Search is pretty slow card filtering. It's probably better in control decks, but I think it's better than like a click for us here. Shrine of Burning Rage, maybe if I'm some kind of red storm deck, but just try the search. Okay, now we're seeing a couple goodies. Ancient Tomb, good acceleration. JVP, just a good card. Dark Ritual, good in Storm, unsurprisingly. Um, so Ancient Tomb, probably not at its best here because we're not going to have a ton of life to play with anyway. Um, Dark Ritual might be the best option for us. Kind of signal that Storm isn't open, or at least letting it stay in the pack signals that Storm might be open. Um, JVP is good, but it doesn't actually help Storm very much. There's also Cryptic Command, which is just a very good card. Duress, which would also be a nice interactive piece for a Storm deck. I think we're just going to take the Ritual here, though. Maybe that's a little bit bad, and I should try to wheel it, but given that we're forcing Storm, figure I might as well go for it. Alright, now we're seeing a Palinchron card that is good with stuff like Heartbeat. Um, yeah, High Tide, I guess. Otherwise, there's a Signet, which, could maybe cast a Heartbeat at some point. Not too much besides, though. So we'll just take a Palinchron. Alright. Yawgmoth's Will. That is amazing for us. Just about exactly what we are looking for. Overgrown Tomb could be nice. But yeah, there's no way I pass Yawgmoth's Will here. Very happy to get that one. So now should be able to pick up a Lion's Eye Diamond if one of them is opened during this. And yeah, this gives me a bit of hope. Alright, now we're seeing Freebooter, Looter, Colonnade, which is not good for this color combination, but it is just a good card. Winter Orb, also not good for this. I think I like the Looter, or I'm sorry, the Freebooter. Looter is good at getting particular cards together, but we already passed a Duress, and this is fairly similar to a duress effect. The only problem is it turns on the opponent's removal. So we'll see whether we end up playing that one. Okay, now we're seeing a Yawgmoth's Bargain. That's pretty good. Still going to need some kind of win condition, not to mention a lot of ways to draw cards, add mana, but yeah, this card isn't too bad here. Okay, nothing super exciting on the wheel here. We could try to splash a Rakdos' Return if we're able to generate a ton of mana. There's also Necromancy, just as a powerful card in our colors. But I don't think I want to try to cheat with a Necromancy, so we're just going to take a return here. Okay, Wishclaw Talisman. Not exactly Demonic Tutor, but we can take it. A little bit awkward, just as a card in general, but yeah, better than the other choices. Okay, so now we have a Godless Shrine, which could turn on like a, I don't know, Flooded Strand, for instance. There's also a Heartless Act, which I think is pretty replaceable, and we don't really want to play a bunch of removal in this deck, so I'll try the land. I mentioned Heartbeat of Spring earlier. Now there's a Quagmire if we want to try to splash that card. Of course, we haven't actually picked it up yet. Anguished Unmaking could make sense with a white-black land, but if I'm not taking removal highly, then I'm definitely not taking removal on the splash highly, right? Suppose we'll take a Massacre Worm to go with the Necromancy that we passed, and I guess I'll light up the stage. Card is super good, and yeah, Honor. Okay. So there's a Reanimate. Feels like that would have been a pretty successful way to go here. There's a Gifts Ungiven in the pack, Bribery. This is a great pack to find some bribery targets, by the way. Emrakul and Blightsteel. Feel like one of the best options here is just to gifts. Put stuff into the hand or graveyard for Yawgwill. Just find a couple good cards if need be. It's another case where I wouldn't be surprised if this card wheeled, but there's just almost nothing else for me here. Like there's a Go for the Throat. So yeah, we'll just take it. Alright, Coalition Relic. Super nice. Rampant Fixing. Time Spiral. Yeah, that would be my first draw 7, assuming I don't count like Yawgmoth's Bargain. I don't think I can try to wheel Time Spiral, but the Relic would also be so good. That's pretty close. I think I just need to take the Time Spiral as my first legitimate draw 7. Good with Palinchron if I have some kind of mana doubler, as it untaps a bunch of lands. Yeah, I'm sorry, Relic, but I think I'm going to take the Time Spiral now. Alright. Vampiric Tutor here. A lot cheaper than a Mastermind's Acquisition. I think that'll be my choice over the Tundra. And yeah, there's really not too much else going on here. Still need a win con. Would be nice to pick up one of those at some point. Okay, Grim Monolith, another good mana rock. Mesmeric Fiend, we already have a Freebooter, which is a pretty similar effect. Don't think I'm really into Urza, so yeah, I guess it'll just be a Monolith. Scrubland in the pack, we already have a white-black duel. Alright, now we've got some goodies, so if I was feeling particularly greedy, I could try to take Ancestral Vision and then like wheel the LED, which is not impossible. But it would be, I think, the last of like 2 cards in the pack. We already have the Yawgwill, and I don't actually like Ancestral that much. It's so slow if you don't get it on turn 1, and even if you do, it's pretty slow. That said, Suspend is actually pretty good for Storm. I think I'm going to take the LED, though. I'm not going to go nuts trying to wheel this. I've been pretty conservative, not trying to wheel cards this whole draft, so just stick to that. Take a great card with Yawgmoth. Alright. So this is a pack of Magic the Gathering cards, and I'm not really excited about any of them. I guess Mishra's Workshop has a few hits. I think all these cards are just super bad here, though. I don't think I'm splashing Oath of Druids. I don't think Smokestack makes sense. Maybe I take a Plague Crafter. I don't think Bazaar makes sense either, though, outside of like Reanimator. Alright. Random Plague Crafter it is. Oh, there's a Tendrils. Passing a Lotus Bloom, speaking of Suspend actually being okay in Storm. Daze, just a nice interactive card, but yeah, Tendrils, can't really afford to pass that. This is like our one, semi-realistic chance of winning the game here. Oh, and a Brain Freeze, and just like that, we pick up another. Alright, so I guess Storm is open, or at least open enough. Now the question is, in hindsight, am I going to regret not trying to wheel anything? Kind of doubt it, but maybe. Yeah, and so I think almost all of these packs here on the wheel are going to be blanks, so it's a good thing we're about at 16 playables here, because I don't think we're about to find almost any more. Emrakul going around is like kind of upsetting. It's a really fun card to try to cheat into play, and it's just weird to think that nobody's trying to do that. I guess I'm just going to take it. Other option that maybe makes our deck is like a Maze of Ith, but maybe we have I guess we'll take like a Corpse Dance here. Opposition, actually, we can't beat this card. They just start tapping our lands. Sure. But maybe we find like a Mind's Desire. Mind's Desire for Emrakul would be sick. Okay, Acquisition, maybe. How far down the Emrakul rabbit hole will we go? Probably not very. I guess let's take Empty the Warrens. It has the word Storm on it. I missed it the first time around somehow. Don't have any red fixing, but maybe. Buried Alive, I guess, sure. And Oath of Druids now with our Emrakul. And a Lotus Bloom. That actually is going to make our deck. Nice. Okay. So now we're seeing Force of Will, Narset. Don't think we want to try to do silly things with Griselbrand. I would love to pick up some fixing. I feel like we just haven't seen any. Not counting our two rip-off Lotuses here. I think Narset is not spectacular, and Force of Will is probably pretty important. Maybe that's just wrong. We don't have that many blue cards in this deck at this point, but we only have one draw 7, and Narset is like, I don't know. It's not bad. It's certainly not bad. It's kind of like an impulse that can be attacked, and then maybe if it isn't attacked, you get another one out of it. I'm going to take the Force, but I could see that being wrong. Okay. So now we have Bolas's Citadel, if we want to try to do that. We've got Imperial Seal, though we already have Vampiric Tutor, which, is that strictly better? Feels like it probably is. Looks like it. Treasure Cruise, maybe Wheels, who knows. Yeah, let's just take the Citadel, I guess. Alright, so Bloodstained Mire, that really does not help our mana at all, unfortunately. There's a Thirst for Knowledge. Probably Baral makes the most sense from this pack, though. Wheel of Fortune would be nice. Problem with Wheel of Fortune, again, just as an off-color card, we're passing 2 cards that fix for red in this pack too. There's also a Memory Jar, which I somehow did not see. I think there is a decent chance we can wheel either like Baral or Memory Jar. Question is, which one do we want to take? I think we kind of need another draw 7. I think I'm going to take the Baral. I think more decks can play Baral than can play Memory Jar, but I could see this being a pick I regret. Okay, Turnabout now. Turnabout is actually pretty unexciting with what we have so far. We don't have any way to make our lands tap for more than 1 mana. No Heartbeat, no High Tide, which means that unless we have like 5+ mana, it's just not super exciting. That said, it's probably still better than a Mind Twist. Could take a Blood Crypt, but again, the Wheel of Fortune was in the last pack, so I'm not really sold on that. I guess Turnabout gets a bit better with Baral in our deck. We can try it. Maybe we pick up a mana doubler here anyway. Okay, Orzhov Signet now probably makes the most sense. Yeah, not too much else going on here. Phyrexian Arena is a card that I like. Bunch of unbeatable creatures here, the first 3 cards. Yeah, I think we're just taking a Signet. Alright, is it Signet now? That's a good one. Could also take a Toxic Deluge. We don't really have anything like that. Feels like that could be pretty important. Problem is it Signet is really nice. I mean, I guess it's not that spectacular. So we're probably not splashing Empty the Warrens. The only card we would splash would be the Wheel of Fortune we passed. That would be a fortunate wheel if we were to get that back, though. I think I'm just going to take the Toxic Deluge here and feel really sad about passing the Signet. Okay, 1,000 Year Storm. That is a card I think we would have splashed. But yeah, I think I just have to take the Probe here now as a free spell. Good with Yogg-Will, I guess. Okay, Cabal Ritual. Another way to add mana is probably important here. And I don't think Brainstorm is great. We have like no shuffles. So yeah, Ritual it up. Gristlebrand coming around. Man, maybe this sideboard into Oath of Druids deck is the way to go. Alright, Desperate Ritual, wrong color. Not a bad card for what we're trying to do, though. I'll take a Nighthawk because I don't think the ritual matters. Okay, we did get the Memory Jar back. That's nice, and we saw neither of the fixers for red or the Wheel of Fortune, so I feel like I made that pick correctly, but, you know, results-oriented thinking for the win. Nothing for us here. Just take another white-black land. Yeah, I don't think we're doing anything with any of these cards. And Char is scarier to me than Burning, though we can't really beat a deck playing either of those. Okay. So I think the Palinchron makes 0 sense in this deck. Like 7 mana increase storm count by 1, right? We already have 0 mana increase storm count by 1 times sort of 3 here. Not sure we play this Masterminds Acquisition. Feels a little bit slow. Speaking of slow, we do have Search for Azcanta over here. I guess I'll just make a pile of cards that we need to win, cards that we don't necessarily need. All right, so we could cut some of these. I think Gifts is going to be good. I think I like Probe and Toxic. Not sure about these three. This thing is probably better than Mastermind's Acquisition, because I don't think I ever want a card from my sideboard. I think Force of Will seems important. Turnabout is maybe good enough. It's kind of neat choosing Artifact here, because I have a couple artifacts that tap for a lot of mana. I think it's worth a shot. I think maybe this Azcanta is just a little too slow. And I think, as much as I don't like giving my opponent a target, maybe I'll, for their removal, maybe I'll leave this Freebooter in. We already have a Baral. I think we can try 16 lands with this one. You're effectively colorless. 9/7. I think we can get away with 9/7 here. We have a couple rituals that add extra black mana. We have the Orzhov Signet. Not ideal. Maybe I could cut one more card for a land. We only have a couple double blue cards though. Like, I don't think Force of Will really counts. Maybe Force of Will just doesn't make sense in the deck. I don't really know. But we're going to give this a shot. I think we have enough pieces to do well here. So it's going to be about how well we draw and how well we play. And yeah, see you in round one. All right, back for round number one. And we are here with a hand that looks pretty terrible to me. So I'm going to ship it. This one also looks pretty bad, but I don't think we're going to 5. So question is, what are we bottoming here? Probably need to get rid of either Turnabout or Force. I guess we already have... let's just get rid of this Turnabout, I think. Okay, green-red. Interesting. Feels like Toxic Deluge should be good against a green-red deck. Rephelos, sure. I'm not going to, like, say I draw a Chrome Mox, I'm not going to fire off the Toxic here. Okay. Third black source for the Citadel, that's nice. Multiple red-green duels. This one not quite as good with the Rephelos. Okay. Attack for 2, sure. So now I think I probably do want to Toxic. If I wait any longer, I'm going to be paying more life. I have nothing else to do this turn, so feels like it makes sense. And we're just going to Toxic for 1. We don't care about the Wall of Blossoms dying, so. Straight up no plays? No way, right? Okay, Poly K, that's a clock. All right. So now we get to do pretty silly things next turn, I think. We'll see. We get to jar and have to think about whether or not we want to crack it at some point. I mean, we could just go for it next turn, but it might make more sense to play Citadel. Don't know yet. If they try to kill this, I think I crack it in response because we have Yogg-Will in our deck. Okay, down to 12. Caryatid. Okay. So let's see what our draw looks like. Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. It feels like we're not dying next turn. I kind of want to play the Citadel here. Maybe that's insane. Okay, well that was not the most exciting Citadel I've ever seen. Okay, this cannot deal damage to their own creatures to grow the Polukranos. As long as they don't have like a Thundermaw Hellkite or something like that, we should be okay here. Maybe. Draw 3 cards. Love to see that. Unless they find like a Rex Sage here. That would be annoying. Knight of Autumn? Please no. It is a Knight of Autumn. Of course it is. So we'll see what they target here. Okay, so we're going to crack this in response to fill our graveyard with stuff. I did not want to fill my graveyard with those. Not at all. Now I don't think I can win. And I might have had the win if I probably do win if I don't do that there. Well, actually it's not that clear cut, but can I gifts for anything? I mean, I don't want to gifts now because this hand is just going to go away. Okay, goodbye, very nice hand. And Yogg-Will, most importantly. Yeah, now I don't think I really have any chance. So I can gifts. I'm at 7. What would I be looking for? Like Time Spiral? I look for Time Spiral, Brain Freeze. I mean, I don't think I can really get out of this, unfortunately. Like with Yogg-Will in the graveyard, I don't think there's anything I can do here. Yeah, I think that's just it, unfortunately. Man, what a brutal, brutal memory jar. So technically, maybe an out there was just seeing my draw step and seeing whether Time Spiral was on top, but just for the record, it wasn't. But I probably should have at least waited for that or something. I I don't like Plague Crafter here very much. I think we just have to run it back. We don't really have a sideboard. Just have to hope we don't get Knight of Autumned and mill the best cards in our deck. Alright, this hand doesn't really do anything. I think I'm okay with it though. We've got a couple draw sevens. A couple of them are like only require black mana. So I think we can just hope to draw something impactful here. And like, yes, we're missing blue mana, but I think mulliganing, especially on the play, is not going to be... Oh, must be nice to have a legit Lotus. Turn 1 Hierarch? Do they keep a no-lander? No, they do have a land. I was going to say Rafellos, not the best without any lands, but... Okay. Island is not bad. Now we're looking for Memory Jar. We are looking for Yawgmoth's Bargain. We're looking for no Knight of Autumn. Okay. Okay, there's a Yogwill. That doesn't really do anything, but it's a good card. And now we can actually crack our jars with impunity and not feel terrible when we mill our most important card in our deck. Carney T. Okay, and hit me for 1. Okay, we're on a pretty fast clock here, I think. Taking at least 8 a turn. I don't think this really does anything, but let me just check the math. So we play a land. We would go Ritual, which would put us up to 7 mana. Then we go... then yeah, no, that just doesn't work at all. Because even if we tried to go Tendrils, Yogwill, Ritual, whatever, it just, yeah, does not work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no. Little baby Storm is not going to cut it. Gonna need a very impactful card, like our next draw step here. Like, I don't think LED is good enough. Okay, we take 8. Okay, there's a Memory Jar. Interesting. Definitely interesting. I mean, I guess we're just playing it, right? We just hope that they don't have anything that kills it. Planning on taking like 9 or something here. Yep. So we're going to be looking to... I guess we're just playing the Chrome Mox for like 0 value here. Okay, hit us for 9. Now we lose to any kind of burn spell. They have 4 cards in hand. It feels like we can't really win. Okay, we have a chance. I mean, still possible we just kill ourselves with the draw 7 here. Um, I think we just have to start doing stuff. So let's Chrome Mox. Gonna hit the, oh, non-artifact. Okay, so we can't hit the talisman, unfortunately, which was the plan, but now is not going to work. No. So we can go, we can go Ritual Tendrils, Yogwill, um, Crack Jar, I guess. I guess that makes sense. Because otherwise the problem is, yeah, I mean, I don't really know if we can win this, but let's see how much mana I have too, because I don't know if I can afford to spew the tendrils or not. So we have 5, 6, 7 mana. Uh, 3, 7, yeah, 8 mana now. So if we go, God, this is tough. Do we have to hit Brain Freeze here to win or to have any chance? I don't know. Because this, yeah, the stuff comes back on end step. Maybe the play was using the jar earlier. Yeah, no, that would have been smart. If I used the jar earlier, then we have all the stuff in the graveyard. No, so I guess I messed this up again. Let's try this and see what happens. And now we go for like this. Hold priority. Yogg will try to find anything. I mean, okay. So we get to play a land. So if we go Dark Ritual, we go Swamp, tap. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Yeah, tapping that for 0 definitely doesn't do anything. So we just do this for 6. They go to 2. Is that right? We were so close to the Basalt Monolith deal. This doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I think they're just decidedly not dead here, unfortunately. I don't know if I would have had it if I did it the other way. But yeah, we play the Monolith, and then we can tap it, and we can get enough Storm. But yeah, we're just one short here, I think. So. Close. Really close. I don't think I have any direct damage here with the talisman. Wall of Blossoms. Okay. Yeah, so if Deluge is exiled, then we're just super dead. 4 or 5 mana. Alright, unfortunate. So I think, I'm pretty sure if I do the jar on their, like, second main, if they don't find anything, then we get to go off on our turn and kill them. But it's also, like, extremely risky. It was still a mistake, I think. Alright. Do we keep this with no black mana and a triple black card in hand? We have a lot of black sources, like we have 10 in the deck. Guess I'll try it. Sure. You have Baral, Probe. If they have a discard spell. Okay. Alright. Can tutor, well, something. What would we get? They have an Entomb. Do they just have like a turn 2 Iona? Name black, I just concede. Gristlebrand. Okay. Reanimate. Probe. Sure. Okay. I think I just pass here. Not going to be able to tutor for something next turn, but I think this is fine. The old pay 2 life and then, I mean, I guess they didn't know what they were going to draw, but pay 2 life and not spend your mana is kind of a funny thing. Let's put a stop on upkeep here just in case. Like if we really want to, well, no, we can't do this because we don't have a swamp. I was going to say something about upkeep, find Toxic Deluge, but that doesn't work without one more black source. I mean, I guess we could go upkeep, find Toxic Deluge, and then try to probe into a black source, but I think that's silly. Mox. I wonder if my line should have been Vampiric Tutor for Lotus Bloom. Try to hit the Citadel. Probably not, because I think that's super slow. Because then it's on turn 2 and it has suspend like 3 or 4. So it's pretty much happening at about the same time. Are they storming? Maybe a little more successfully than I am. They could easily just be Reanimator here. Like, Dark Ritual and Frantic Search are not cards I would be embarrassed to play in a Reanimator deck. Okay. Okay. They really don't like my hand. One card left for them, by the way. I imagine it's some kind of reanimate. We have at least 3 of the same cards as the opponent in our deck. Okay, tutor. I imagine this has to be... Wow, still no reanimate. It's kind of funny. Okay, I think we just are content to pass here. Like, we're not in a hurry. Attack. Nope. Okay. So what I'm thinking right now is if I probe, it doesn't really change anything for me. I don't think there's any particular card that I'd be really excited to draw in this spot. Maybe that's just wrong though. Maybe I'm just supposed to do it anyway. Say like screw storm count. I think I'm just gonna pass one more time. Sorry, probe. I guess one card that would make me regret the Gitaxian Probe play here would be the Signet. If I have Orzhov Signet on the top of my library, that means that I could have had turn 5 Citadel instead of turn 6. Okay, Faithless Looting, pass. So they really don't have any reanimation. That's what I'm getting out of this. Okay. Cabal Ritual. That one will let us play the Citadel, and we're drawing it right on time here. Costs 1 mana. I suppose I'll play around Daze. Counterspell. Oh. I guess we play that one. Got some life to spare. So now, like, I could probe and try to see if I can find another thing to play. I think because I have Yogwill in my hand, I'm just going to wait. Feels like I'm very likely to win here. Problem is, I don't know how likely I am to lose if I jar on the opponent's second main here, like we probably should have done last game. Metamorphose. Okay. Just like spend all your mana. That's all I want to see. So then I don't have to feel bad about cracking the jar. But if it's like a Fiery Confluence, like blow up 2 artifacts. No, okay. Could be like a Dak. Oh my god, Dak my Citadel? Yuck. Though I don't know if I can possibly lose if I untap with 7 cards in my graveyard, Citadel in play, all that. Okay, light up the stage now. 2 swamps. I think I go for this main phase jar now because, yeah, again, at the beginning of the next end step, I have to do it now. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, cannot get the Mox into play. So a Brain Freeze should be pretty easy, I think. Okay, opponent has something. Reanimate, sure. I am super happy about that actually because it makes both things I'm trying to do easier, whether it's Brain Freeze them or Tendrils them. And realistically, I don't think we were fizzling anyway. Like, I think I would kind of actively have to try to lose this game. Or in order to lose this game, I should say. Okay, so now Mox is going to be drawn Lotus Bloom. So we can get that out of the way. Oh, wait. Oh my god, the Mondo combo. We just put this into play for 0. Wow, easy. All right. I don't want to look at these. So we can Basalt. Like, I really don't know how we lose this game. They have 1 card in hand. Yeah. Okay. Freebooter. Like, there's really no way. I can even... I'm kind of close to putting... Well, I'm not super close, but if I get another however many permanents, another 5 permanents, like 6, 7, 8. Oh, they have Tendrils of Agony. We'll take that. We'll play this Swamp Monolith. So I have to figure out how I actually want to win the game. I could just Talisman, right? That's probably... So if I Brain Freeze them, I get to see their deck. So maybe I try to do that. Let's lose a little more life here. Okay, now we're actually going to have to try. Well, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're super close. Okay, so we'll pay a little more life. Choose target player. There's a Tendril, so we could just kill them. But I want to see their deck. If I Gifts Ungiven, no, let's just kill them. Whatever. There's no, like, Fire Blast here. Okay, that's fine. There's, like, no conceivable way they could win this. Have to, like, end my turn. Okay. The Storm Mirror, huh? So I guess Freebooter pretty good in this matchup. Guess we are just running it back then. I think our deck is a little bit better than theirs. But they're trying to do multiple things, so maybe that's why. Okay. This is not bad. Would love like a Signet here. Might just fire off a Gifts Ungiven. Or I'm sorry, Git Probe. Thoughtseize. Okay. Okay, taking the gifts, probably a good line from them. They're on a mulligan to 6. I think we just want to fire this thing off now. We have too many ways of adding a lot of mana, and I don't... we're going to pay mana here, as quaint as that sounds. Probe, Ritual, Whisper, Turnabout. Okay, not a totally dissimilar hand, and rewarded. Nice. Okay, probe. How many pay 2 life look at target player's hand effects are we going to see this game? Night's Whisper now. It's like no reason you wouldn't play this here, right? Okay. Okay. So they know my whole hand. Whoa. Okay. Chrome Mox, the worst card in the deck. Yeah. Swamp Go, I suppose. LED's going to be good eventually. This is coming in 2 turns. Yeah, we'll see. Turnabout, tap my stuff, make me fizzle. That would be a fun, kind of interesting line. Time Spiral with that land untap clause normally breaks the symmetry pretty well, but I'm only going to have a few lands in play when this thing happens, I think. So it's really more like a, I don't know, like a Time Twister. Brutality. Okay, probably taking Time Spiral, unfortunately. Did they escalate? No, they didn't. Bye-bye, Time Spiral. Yep. Makes sense. Okay. Okay, just passing. Sure. Maybe they turn about me. Maybe they're afraid. That'd be nice. I'd love to see a turnabout from them here. Nope. Okay. Okay. Freebooter. This is pretty valuable. Tells us whether they have... Okay, K command. K command, I think, has to go. It blows up a Lotus. Yeah. And it would kill the freebooter. So, no. And why does it happen like this? Island. And yeah, we're just going to pass. They have We know that. They have 3 cards that we know about. And yeah. Pass, okay. I like that. Mill 12 or whatever. That's, yeah, clearly not good enough. We are getting close, though. I wish I got to see their deck last game, because we might have an idea about whether... and I could have seen their deck, too. I could have gone Yogg-Will into the Artifact Tutor and then find Brain Freeze. But then I might lose the game, so... okay. It's not super unlikely for us to be able to like try to get them the turn they go off. We know their whole hand. Deluge. Okay. Guess we lose to a Mindslaver effect. So yeah, we can mill them for 15. Doesn't seem very exciting. Okay, we still know their whole hand. They're really drawing quite a lot of lands. Okay. That, yeah. We need like card draw or something. These one spell at a time cards just don't do enough. Okay. Yeah, still can't do anything here. They finally drew something other than a land because they're actually thinking about it. And passing. Okay. Hope it's not a counterspell, otherwise should be fine. But even a counterspell increases storm count, so. Okay. This is getting killed. Fatal Push. So now we can cast 6 spells. The 7th spell has been cast. We can put them to 3 cards. Is that right? I mean, they don't have red mana, so it doesn't really change anything. But yeah, storm count 1. Putting them to 3 cards is not good enough. So now they have K command back in their hand and 1 unknown. There it is. So this is a K command. On the Lotus. So, I mean, we put them to 2 cards in deck if we mill them. No, we don't, because 3 of our spells are sorcery speed. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we let this happen. Discard a Deluge. We know their hand again. Swamp, okay. So now, if they go light up the stage here and they don't do anything, I think we have a kill. If we draw a spell, I guess. I mean, no. That's only 18. Okay, Electroman. That's an annoying one to draw. I mean, I guess we can force our own spell. I guess they can't really win here, which is nice. Like, we're countering any draw 7. Okay. Light up the stage for 1 mana. Now I think we probably have this. Especially because I think they probably Frantic here. Like, if they do anything here, they're just going to get milled, I think. Unless they kill me first. Okay, let's think about this. If we Force of Will this, I don't really know how they kill us, though. That's the only thing. Frantic Search, Faithless Looting. We can Force of Will, pitch Turnabout. That's a 3rd spell. 4th spell, 5th spell. I think we have to wait. Okay. Now we might be able to kill them. So we know they have Cabal Ritual in their hand. If we go... Like, we can go Dark Ritual, Turnabout, Brain Freeze. Storm is up to 6. They mill... So that mills them 18. They draw 2 cards and they die. I guess that's good enough. Problem, like... I think that's the play. They have 1 card here that can be a counter spell. They can do this in response. That's the one deal. Don't know if they have any Eldrazi in their deck. Whoops. That was not necessary. Well, I mean, we can just tap everything. Choose target player. If they Frantic in response and find a counter... Like, what is this? Okay. Land. Untap. Okay, try to kill you. So I don't know if there's any way out of this for them, but assuming their other card in hand is not very exciting, I think it involves casting a Frantic Search here. Just wish we were able to have this Force of Will up. All right, we got there. All right, we're back on the draw for round number 3. This is not the most exciting hand I've ever seen. Though I think, just like most hands with this deck, it's probably a keep. We can Vampiric Tutor for something exciting. We're going to wait a few draw steps, see if we find either a big draw spell or some mana accelerants, and depending on which one we don't find, we'll tutor for the other. Or we'll tutor for the one that we don't find. Uh-oh, White Weenie. Alright, looks like we are tutoring up, whatever you call it. Tutoring up a Deluge. I don't really think we have a good matchup against White Weenie, despite the Deluge being in the deck. I think they're just way too fast. Also, like, we're paying life to pay more life to stop losing life, so don't really think that's a great plan either. So we could tutor now. I don't think it really changes anything to do that, so I'm just gonna wait. Okay. Force of Will has looked very bad every time here, so I think I just shouldn't have drafted it. Okay, just gonna hit me. If that's your play, let's see whether they have any other lands or any other plays. Figure of Destiny. Yeah, I think I probably... Well, I mean, we can wait till their end step. But I think it... I mean, this cuts off the Legion's Landing. We get 3 threats off the battlefield. 2 cards in hand for the opponent, too. I mean, there's a chance they just scoop to this. We are going down to 10 to do it, though. All right. No, like, Brimaz, please. Okay, Mentor, not necessarily the scariest. Okay, Cabal. Just snap F6 here. Okay, opponent not doing a whole lot. So I think we do this. And we get ready to pay some life. Hopefully we just take the 2. That gives us 5 cards. Okay. I mean, we don't actually need to Force of Will it, because the good news is they're actually giving us another draw here. So we go down to 4. Not going to play around them having some kind of spell. And then they attack me down to 1. Thank you for getting that off the battlefield. Now we don't skip our draw step. Okay, they did have a port. Which really... No, okay, so they drew the port for the turn. They already had the Council's Judgment, sure. Okay, I mean, I don't really think we can win. Okay. So now our play is like... We can just play a bunch of cards and not die immediately. That's the idea. Which we kind of have to do. And then we have to find Yogg will. So island. Blue mana doesn't matter. Well, no, blue mana doesn't matter. We suspend this. I think LED now is probably better. Let me tap a little bit better than that, huh? Yeah, this is like exactly enough mana, I think. For a little baby storm here. Okay. So we're up to 9. Need them to whiff on a draw, and they did not. They found a 5-drop. Yuck. Can't counter that. And, I mean, at this point, we're not literally dead, but it's pretty close. Like, they were not on anything particularly good here, and we kinda were. So, I don't know how this is winnable for us. Maybe here we find a big draw spell. Maybe I was supposed to chump. I don't know how much losing life matters. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Hiya! Alright. I wonder if... I think Yogg will won there. Probably. Because we go... We had 7 lands, this thing. So for 3 mana, yeah, Yogg will wins there, right? So we cast 1, 2, like 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. No, maybe it actually doesn't. Maybe we have to attack for 1. That would be spicy. We attack for 1. If they don't block, then we have the kill. Okay. Maybe we just had enough mana. I didn't count for very long, obviously. So yeah, we don't really have a sideboard. I mean, this is like one of our best cards, I guess, against them. Force of Will has been bad. All right. Okay, play first. This actually looks really good. We're like a Yogg will short of doing something really insane, I think. Turn 2 Baral Mana Tithe. Nope. Okay. I know what we're getting with that one. Okay, here's a question. Do I just do it right now? Like, can I just win from the spot next turn? Say I don't draw a land. I mean, it's so much better with the Brawl in play, right? And the Brawl even blocks the figure for whatever that's worth. So let's say I Talisman, then I find... No, I can't do anything. Well, I Talisman, I tap an island, I Dark Ritual into Cabal Ritual, so I have 4 mana. Then I Yogg will Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual again. And I had exactly enough mana to cast the Dark, so then I'm up to another 4 mana. Then I have Tendrils. And how many spells did I cast? I cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no, that's not good enough. Okay. Yuck. Super yuck. Okay. Okay, now we might actually have the kill. I mean, I think I have to go for it here. Like, the talisman find Yogwill. And I think I win next turn. I think. Um, I do give them the talisman, but I don't really think that matters. I can't block with the Baral, or at least I shouldn't. So let's find Yogwill, because I can only do this on my turn. Yeah. Okay. Your move. Attacking would be spicy, but I don't think it's worth it. So they could just kill the Baral, which would be bad for me. Okay, but now that they're doing that, so they're just going for damage. So I think that means they die. I think. So now, remember they can remove counters from the Jitte to gain life. So I would have to storm for 12. Clue crack? That's really annoying, actually. Okay. And does that make it so I can't win? Man, if I had another blue source here. Okay, let's think this through. If I play the Brawl, it's just going to die. If I try to combo off, I don't think I can kill them. I can go Dark Cabal, Brain Freeze, and then I need more blue mana. I can't do anything here. I need to like double Brain Freeze them to have a chance, I think. So maybe I just replay the Brawl. If they Wish Claw, then I think I can win. But let me just double check and make sure I don't have a kill here. Like, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's just not close. So, and the Tendrils is not going to work because they can gain 4 life, and it's, yeah. So I just have to replay this. I hope they use the Wish Claw, but I think in reality, I'm just getting wrecked here. Maybe if I draw an island, I have a chance. If I draw an island, I get to... I mean... And I don't want to block because I don't care about my life total. And I imagine they have to remove 2 counters from the... Sure, they're just going to deal me more damage. Okay. I really wanted them to use the Wish Claw, but it's smart of them not to here. Yep. Baral down. And now my out is magically finding an island and hoping that mills for enough. Oh, if they're using the Wish Claw. I have a non-zero chance if they use the Wish Claw. Oh, what do they find? Rishadan Port? No, it's turn 4. They already have 4 planes in play. God, Rishadan Port would just... Yuck. 2 mana. Okay. Why even do that, though? Like, isn't that just worse than Crack Clue by a lot? Just to... make me feel silly. Storm count is 1. Okay. Island, please. Okay, Vampiric Tutor. So I don't die, which is nice. Yeah, there's no, like, I don't think I lose here. So let me double check again that I don't have a kill. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I need 9. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work, right? Maybe next turn I find LED with the Vamp Tutor and that wins. I wouldn't be surprised if that one wins. So maybe the reason they did that Wishclaw play is because they already had Disenchant in their hand and they were finding something that kills me this turn, but I don't know if that exists. So I take a lot. Okay. That's fine. I think I might have this. I mean, depends what they play here. If they play like a Thalia, I lose, I think. Oh my god. I mean, I don't think there's any coming back from that one. So I can cast 3 spells and then I can mill them for, what is that, 15? Yeah, that's just not going to do it. So yeah. So we're going to do the math here and make sure that I would have had the kill, but I'm dead, just so you guys know. Okay, so that happens. Tithe Taker. Sequencing? Alright, so we're dead. But let's say we had 3 lands in play. Looks like we would have had the kill here, unfortunately, if we had our lands. So what we could have done, we could have gone, so remember 2 swamps and an island. With those in play, we, let's say we just tap all of them. We have 2 black and 1 blue floating. We play LED, Storm count 1, then we play Dark Ritual. So suddenly we have 4 black mana, Storm count 2, then we go Cabal Ritual up to 5 black mana, Storm count 3. Brain Freeze, which mills for 12 because Storm count is 4 at that point. We go down a blue and down a black, so we're down to 4 black mana. We go Yogwill, Storm count 5 down to 1, and then we can go through the Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. We can LED for blue, Brain Freeze for, let's see, what is that? So Storm count was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so they'd just be super dead. But unfortunately, our lands all got destroyed. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been an interesting experience playing Storm. I think the deck was pretty good, but we got kind of destroyed. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again soon.